well formed is a cathedral made of bone, a quiet gathering of the alone. I'm mapping out the hunger in the reef to find the rhythm of the fossilized grief. The scavengers are moving in the dark, a hollow echo of a dying spark. Is there a spirit in the white rib cage, or just the silence of a vanished age? The current is a razor on the spine, between the salt and the divine. Trace the bone, feel the stone. Salt, a monument to every hidden fault. I'm carving out a kingdom in the mud, beyond the reach of every warm blood. The sediment is writing on the skin, a quiet way for the erasure to begin. Is this the sanctuary of the floor, the final locking of the liquid door? Under the silt, under the silt, the memory fades, the memory fades. Become the shades, become the shades.
We are the echo. severed at the neck, a final ghost upon the rotting deck. I'm mapping out the barnacles of time, a slow encrusting of the soul and slime. The cavern is alone with stagnant air, a hollow refuge for the long despair. Is there a resonance in the rusted hold, or just the stories that the shadows told? The current is a shroud of heavy silk, turning the memory to bitter milk. Let it sink, watch it blink. We are the cargo of a forgotten name, the cold remains of a surface flame, the architecture of a sunken wreck, the heavy water on the spirit's neck. Nothing moves, only the rot. The figurehead is staring into black, with every splinter that the currents crack. I'm chasing every rupture in the wood, to find the logic where the courage stood. The jellyfish are lanterns to the blind, postcoding messages we left behind. Is this the sanctuary of the reef? The mind of lies, the anatomy of grief. Under the keel, under the keel, the iron is soft. The iron is soft. Wait aloft. Wait aloft. We are the cargo of a forgotten name, the cold remains of a selfish flame, the architecture of a sunken wreck, the heavy water on the spirit's neck. Nothing moves, only the rot. Fear break, hope breach, heat and burial suddenly gone. Fear break, hope breach, heat and burial suddenly The sonar ping is a heartbeat in the dark, searching for a trace of a living spark. But the silence is a wall of heavy lead, where every frequency is born and dead. The bathymetry is a map of cold despair, a jagged kingdom with no breath of air. Is there a resonance in the blackest fold, or just the stories that the pressure told? The nitrogen is a needle in the brain, a slow distortion of the physical pain. Break the seal, stop the wheel. We are the shadows in the Mariana Deep, the final promise that the trenches keep. The architecture of a lightless floor, a quiet locking of the ocean.
A jagged erasure of the surface light. The tunnels are a fruit that cannot swallow. A crystal kingdom echoing and hollow. Is there a pulse in the mineral wall, or just the weights of the tectonic fall? The silence is a ringing in the bone, a heavy communion with the ancient stone. Drop the lamp, feel the dead. We are the fossils of a dry despair. The slow exhaustion of the stagnant air. The architecture of a salt crust lung. A bitter anthem that the dust has sung. Nothing moves. Only the weight. The pillars are groaning under miles of slate. A rhythmic surrender to the planetary weight. I'm tracing every crack in the white floor. A quiet locking of the melting door. The ego is a flicker in the sodium haze. A lost reflection in the crystal maze. Is this the sanctuary of the preserved? The final sentence that the dark reserved. The roof is low. The roof is low. The beam is weak. The beam is weak. Don't speak. Don't speak. Don't speak. We are the fossils of a dry despair. So exhaustion of a stagnant air. The architecture of a soul crust lung. A bitter anthem that the dust has sung. Nothing moves. Only the weight. Crystalline zone. Oxygen jet. Deep breath. Solid state. The turbine is a rib cage made of oil. A heavy rhythm in the cooling coil. I'm mapping out the grease upon the floor. A slick invitation through a rusted door. The pressure gauge is stuck on absolute. The final language of the deaf and mute. Is there emotion in the piston head, or just the grinding of the living dead? The coolant is a river of the gray. A slow dissolving of the light of day. Close the valve. Feel the dissolve. We are the friction of a seized machine. The quiet static on the monitor screen. The architecture of a metal lung. A bitter anthem that the grease has sung. Nothing turns. Only the rust. a dying eye, watching the concrete moments pass us by. Kill the feed! Feel the need! We are the failure in the logic gate. So surrender to the urban weight. The architecture of a bunker lung. A bitter rhythm, not the static song. Nothing wakes. Only the The server racks are a graveyard of the light. A flickering pulse in the artificial night. I'm tracing every rupture in the code to find the end of the heavy road. The plastic is a ritual on the bone. A quiet sanctuary for the alone. Is this the evolution of the basement? The final logic of the displacement? Cut the line! Cut the line! The data is lost. Data is lost. The data is lost. Data is lost. Pay the cost. Pay the cost. We are the failure in the logic gate. So surrender to the urban weight. The architecture of the fuck alone. A bitter rhythm, not the static song. Nothing wakes. Oh, later. Single flatline, deep storage. How exhausted, final block. The Brine Lake is a mirror made of lead, a heavy sanctuary for the dead. I'm mapping out the toxins in the pool, where every law of physics is a fool. The density is pushing on the eyes, a cold rejection of the surface skies. Is there a resonance in the toxic wave, or just the silence of a liquid grave? The salinity is burning in the vein, a slow absorption of the mental grain. Cross the line! Taste the blood! We are the subduction of a heavy heart, where every memory is torn apart. The architecture of a sunless trench, a quiet drowning in a mineral stench. Nothing rises, only the soul. The thermal vent is screaming in the dark, a hollow mimic of a living spark. I'm tracing every rupture in the crust to find the geometry of the ancient rust. The darkness is a weight upon the soul, a slow erosion of the empty hole. Is this the evolution of the floor? The final locking of the pressure door? Under the weight, under the weight. The spine is glass, the spine is glass. Let it pass, let it pass. We are the subduction of a heavy heart, where every memory is torn apart. The architecture of a sunless fretch, a quiet drowning in a mineral stench. Nothing rises, only the soul.
is a blizzard made of dust, the fallen legacy of surface rust. I'm catching every flake upon the tongue, a bitter anthem that the shadows long. The current is a ghost without a face, erasing every metabolic trace. Is there a meaning in the slow descent, or just the residue of time well spent? The phosphorus is fading in the hand, the quiet sinking in the heavy sand. Watch it glow, watch it go. We are the sediment of a tired sun, where every biological race is done. The architecture of a silent drift, a heavy lying that we cannot live. Nothing wakes, only the snow. The trenches are a mouth that never close, where every secret of the planet goes. I'm mapping out the hunger in the mud, the cold stagnation of the liquid blood. The pressure is a ritual of the spine, a dark communion with the salt and brine. Is this the sanctuary of the waste, the final bitterness that we must taste? Falling down, the light is gone, the light is gone, become the floor. We are the sediment of a tired sun, when every biological race is done. The architecture of a silent drift, heavy lying that we cannot lift. Nothing wakes, only the snow. Try to soar, articulate grief, absolute zero, eternal drift. The abyss is a mouth without a tongue, a hollow ballad that the trenches lunged. I'm mapping out the silence in the air, the cool vibration of its sides make fear. The density is stitching up the skin, a quiet way for the erasure to begin. Is there a consciousness in the heavy mud, or just the freezing of the ancient blood? The pressure is a hammer on the soul, the slow distortion of the empty hole. Lose the light, enter the night. We are the gravity of the sunless zone, a quiet kingdom made of salt and bone. The architecture of a flattened dream, the muffled echo of a liquid scream. Nothing but breeze, only the weight. The anger is a star of dying gas, watching the heavy carbon moments pass. I'm tracing every rupture in the deep, where every secret of the planet sleeps. The darkness is a texture on the hand, a slow dissolving of the mental land. Is this the sanctuary of the void, the final logic of a god destroyed? Depth limit, depth limit. The hull is thin, the hull is thin. Let him in, let him in. We are the gravity of the sunless zone, a quiet kingdom made of salt and bone. desert in the deep, where every ripple goes to die and sleep. I'm mapping out the edge of toxic waves, the heavy border of the liquid graves. The oxygen has vanished from the floor, a silent closing of the final door. Is there vermilion in the heavy salt, or just the structure of a human fall? The gravity is thicker than the soul, there's no collapse within the empty hole. Taste the sting, lose the way. We are the minerals of a dead sea. The cold remains on the anatomy. The architecture of a stagnant trench, a quiet ritual in the sulfur stench. Nothing swims, only the rot. The deep sea chimney is a throat of fire, a frozen monument to dead desire. I'm tracing every fracture in the stone to find the resonance of the alone. The darkness is a texture on the lung, the hollow language that was never sung. Is this the sanctuary of the blind, the final limit of the life's design? Down the slope, the water burns, the water burns. No returns, no return. We are the minerals of a dead sea. The cold remains of the anatomy. The architecture of a stagnant trench, quiet ritual in the sulfur stench. Nothing swims, only the rot. Anoxic floor, brain shout, tectonic rate, final descent.
The concrete is a lung that doesn't breathe, where every cable is a snake so reevy. I'm mapping out the rust upon the valve, a mental wound that no one's here to salve. The dripping water is a rhythmic clock, a copper cushion on a heavy rock. Is there a signal in the copper wire, or just the ash of a forgotten fire? The transformer is humming in the wall, a low frequency witness for the fall. Cut the power. Wait the hour! Read all the static in the circuit duct. A final system that the dark has fucked. The architecture of a leaden drain, a quiet leaking of the urban brain. Nothing works, only the rust. The rebar is a skeleton of grief, a jagged metal with no more relief. I'm tracing every rupture in the pipe, where every shadow is becoming white. The ventilation is a hollow sigh, a final message from a buried sky. Is this the sanctuary of the grid, the final place where the mistakes are hid? Short circuit, the air is thick, the dark is quick, the dark is quick. Read all the static in the service duct, a vital system that the dark has fucked. The fluid is a stagnant ink, too heavy to flow and too dark to think. I'm mapping up a pressure in the line, a slow collapse of the human design. The iron drums are screaming under stress, a metallic ritual of loneliness. Is there a memory in the lubricant, or just a residue of time misspent? The gasket is a lip about to tear, feeding the silence to the heavy air. Break the seal, stop the wheel. We are the sediment in the cooling tank, a hollow echo where the spirit sank. The architecture of a rusted pump, a quiet movement in the metal dump. Nothing flows, only the leak. The manifold is a skeleton of pipes, where every shadow of the failure ripes. I'm tracing every rupture in the steel, to find the numbness that I cannot feel. The grease is a skin upon the stagnant pool, the final lesson of the broken school. Is this the sanctuary of the seas, the final logic of the deep freeze? Piston stall, piston stall. The oil is cold, oil is cold. The story's told, story's told. The story's told. We are the sediment in the cooling tank, a hollow echo where the spirit sank. The architecture of a rusted pump, a quiet movement in the metal dump. Nothing flows, only the leak. Hydraulic failure, viscous decay, total arrest, submerged in grease. Hydraulic failure, viscous decay, total arrest, submerged in grease. The archive is a forest made of lead, where every name is numbered and is dead. I'm mapping up the aisles of the gray, a slow erosion of the light of day. The folders are a skin upon the shelf, a quiet record of a